Welcome, Cancer, to your December 2022 reading. Thank you so much for tuning into my channel. And Merry Christmas, everyone. Can you believe that we have actually reached another Christmas? We're at the end of another year. Some of us may be quite happy about that. But I hope you have a wonderful Christmas. Now, Cancer, what I'm doing this month, as what I normally do, is I'm offering a free mini reading for all new subscribers. So if you've got a question about this particular reading, or even something that this reading doesn't cover for you, just click that subscribe button and in the comment section below put new subscriber and then ask your question. Now, what I'm also doing is I'm opening it up for everyone else to ask a question as well. Now, if you don't want to subscribe, you're already a subscriber, or you have just come across my channel and you'd like some answers to something, please put your question in the comment section below and I'll give you a short answer to your question. Whatever messages come through, a yes or a no, but you will definitely get a response from me if you do ask a question in the comment section below. So let's get into this month's reading. Now, as I was doing your reading, a few things were jumping out at me, and in particular there are some significant numbers. I'm not a numerologist, but I do like to look at synchronicities when it comes to numbers. I feel like that is very significant. Now, you have 3 4s here, and 4s represent a solid foundation, and they sort of represent structure and order and balance and discipline. And they're a result of your effort, or even a result of your lack of effort over certain things here. But they indicate that really this is a time of reflection for you, and I feel like this is collective energy that is going on here, because we've had a few signs that have had this message come up, but this could be a need to sort of reflect inwardly. This could be a need to celebrate. It could be a reflection that leads to change, that comes about, when you get the 5s. 5s are often about changing, but the 4s are just that moment before that, and you are really reflecting, and there are things that are definitely going to be changing here for you. And to tell you what, Cancer, I feel like for some of you there is absolutely a marriage here. Now, this is whether it's your own marriage, you are going to a marriage celebration, or even an anniversary, but you've got 2 marriage cards here. You've got the 4 of Wands, and you've also got the Hierophant. Now, both of these come up when somebody is getting married. And not only that, you have the Lovers card and the 2 of Cups. I couldn't think of any more significant cards when it comes to love and emotion. So for some of you, there could be a real connection here with another person. Now, you've got a Taurus here in the Hierophant. You've got a Gemini here as well. So perhaps these are friends of yours that are getting married. Perhaps you have met someone that you will get married to. But there is absolutely a wonderful, loving connection coming up for some of you out there. Now, obviously, all of you aren't going to be getting married, so you take what resonates here and just let the rest go. But you start out the reading with that Hierophant card. Now, this, and you know what? Not only that, you've got the High Priestess card as well. These are two of the most spiritual cards in the deck. Now, the Hierophant card also talks about institutions, the institution of marriage. They talk about educational institutions, universities, business institutions, religious institutions. They are what society, our traditional structures in society. So I feel for a lot of you, you are going to be going down a traditional route when it comes to a relationship or a partnering up with somebody. But in saying that, and again, I'm sorry to be so general and so vague, but you take what resonates here. This can often talk about bucking the trend as well, that you are going to make a decision to absolutely go against what the rest of society does and do your own thing here, particularly when it comes to a relationship. You might be having a relationship that's a little bit different. You might, if all of those around you are getting married and doing the traditional thing, you might decide just to move in with someone. You might be in a non-traditional relationship, a same-sex relationship here. But there is this duality not only in the Hierophant but also in that High Priestess card as well. But again, very structured kind of energy when we get the Hierophant card, which kind of does fit in a little bit with that, having the 3 4s there as well. But the Hierophant does talk about, being called upon in a way to do things the tried and true tested way. And for some of you, you might really want to cement your relationship by having that traditional marriage here. And yeah, it's interesting. This is a time really that you're asked to spend with like-minded individuals who can really help you develop your spiritual gift here. It's a very spiritual reading with both the High Priestess and the Hierophant. And I feel like for a lot of you, water signs are so intuitive, and Cancers are water signs. So I feel like you are already such an intuitive person. Certainly the Cancers that I know are very intuitive. And for some of you, you might really want to be developing that spiritual gift that you have. So you might even be feeling like, joining an institution, joining a school where you can learn more about this, where you can grow with others as well. Now, this really, it can also talk about rules that society impose on you as well. And you might be making some choices here to just completely buck that trend, as I said earlier, that, these things that have been imposed on you by society or your family, they're just not serving you any longer. And you might actually be casting these off in favor of some new guidelines that lead you toward a path that you really want to follow. And the Hierophant is right beside the Lovers card, and wow, this is such a beautiful card. The Lovers, I'll go into its traditional meaning, but what the Lovers card can often talk about is a very significant choice that you are required to make. And you might be actually choosing, as I said, to just go against what the rest of society wants to do. And go your own way, do your own thing, release a burden that you've been carrying, and release a burden that hasn't been making you happy for a while. I mean, you've been managing, you've been carrying that load, you've got the 10 of Wands there, and you've been carrying it, you've been successful at moving forward down the road with this load, but it's coming to an end now, Cancer, and it's time for you to rest and recuperate and heal mentally and emotionally here. And so for a lot of you, there is a choice here that you will be making to just to do things a little bit differently. Now, for others, that Lover's card is exactly what it is, what the traditional meaning is, and that is that beautiful spiritual love almost. And this is amazing. You have got the Two of Cups as well, and as I said at the beginning of the reading, you couldn't want for any more loving, cards that talk about loving energy than the Two of Cups and the Lover's card. This is that soulmate energy. You've going to meet that person that you've shared a life with before in the past, and your souls will just connect on a deeper level. This is deep emotional, spiritual love almost here. And yeah, I'm absolutely just loving that message for some of you. This is really exciting, and congratulations if this is you. But I do feel like, and this is just for some, so please take this with a grain of salt. I feel like for some of you, if you've been struggling within a relationship as well, things are going to be changing and ending, that those struggles are going to come to an end for you, and you're going to be able to rest and recuperate from any kind of burdensome emotional things that you have been going through, particularly in the home. But you have that Four of Wands. This is that you wanting to build something with someone else, particularly because of the cards that you have here. I feel like you will be building a home, building it either literally, you may be, buying a block of land and building a home, or metaphorically, you're going to build a safe, secure environment for yourself and your loved one or loved ones here. But the Four of Wands talks about structure, it talks about security, it talks about safety, and it's just lovely energy where you can really feel secure in your surroundings. Not, secure in the sense that your work is really going to be rewarded, and you're going to feel comfort. You're going to feel abundance here. Just beautiful energy. And of course, that does lead into that Two of Cups. And as I said, this is probably even more a card of connecting with that your soul person, that one person that is just going to be that perfect match for you. This is even, the Two of Cups is even more so a card that talks of that than the actual Lover's card, because the Lover's card, as I said, can talk about a choice that you might be needing to make. And some of you may be needing to make a choice in regards to love. And also for some of you, I'm feeling love or religion, your family or love. There could be some serious choices there as well. that you may be needing to make. But the Two of Cups, that is a card of falling in love, and you really will be meeting someone that is, like I said, just is a perfect fit for your soul. And if you've already met that person, I feel like the relationship will be growing. And if you're already in a relationship, I feel like things are you're going to rekindle some emotional stuff that you had perhaps many years ago if you've been in a relationship for some time now. But this is that card of hearts that have become entwined, and commitments that are really growing deeper. And I'm just feeling this is like such a deep, special connection here that you may have with someone, just because of the presence of that Hierophant and that High Priestess. You know, this is quite intense, passionate, spiritual love. It's beautiful, beautiful, beautiful energy. Now, that High Priestess, the High Priestess is so powerful spiritually. This is a card, again, of inner reflection. I feel like in December you're going to be doing a lot of this. And it just asks you to go within, just to get your thoughts clear about yourself and what you want, particularly if there is a choice here for some of you about which direction to go in a relationship. But this is, it's all, you're going to be getting some clarity here. And it's going to it's going to assure really that once you do make that choice and get things in motion, you are going to be heading in the right direction. So it's just beautiful, beautiful energy. Now, the High Priestess is also a card about mystery and pondering things, and just really asking questions. And I feel like when you get this card, the answers that you seek will really come at the perfect moment for you. Now, it's interesting, right beside this is that Four of Swords, and this is that card that does ask us to go inside, close the door on the outside world, and do exactly that. Meditate, ponder, relax, heal. This is a card of healing, of releasing any burdens that you've been carrying. If you've been working really hard, I mean, I guess it is Christmas and a lot of people do take holidays at this time of the year. So for some of you, you may actually be having a holiday where you are able to sit back, relax, and unwind. And it's, I feel like at this time, this is when you're going to be able to connect quite well with your spirit guides. And if you are connecting with a special someone, this person that the Two of Cups talks about, or that Gemini, it could be a Gemini, or that Sun card, Sun. What am I saying? I'm so sorry. I'm looking at the Lovers card. I can see the sun in the distance there with the angel in the foreground. And in a way, it has this beautiful energy of that sun. The sun is the most wonderful card in the deck. It's so joyous, and I feel like the Lovers card has a lot of that energy with it. But this does really talk about a powerful and long-lasting romantic relationship is definitely on its way, or if not rekindled, or you're in it right now and you may be going away and just relaxing with that special someone in December. And yeah, that Four of Swords is a beautiful card which is going to give you that space to just relax and heal and meditate. Now, the Four of Pentacles, this is a card that often talks about you feeling the need to hang on to things when you actually don't really need to, particularly money. But this is a card where, again, this can be this card of duality. You've got so many cards of duality here. You've got the Hierophant, absolutely. This can go either way. You've got the High Priestess. Again, this is a card of duality as well. It's mystery, but it's also intuition and intuitive messages coming through. And then you've got the Four of Pentacles. Again, another card of duality. The Lover's card, the two, the Gemini, that two sides to everything. So I feel like there is this kind of balancing act that's going on here for a lot of you. But this can, as I said, talk about some of you feeling the need to hang on to your pennies a little bit. This can be, again, just Christmas money flying out the door. So for some of you, there could be money flying out the door, but for others, you might be hanging on tightly. And like I said, maybe even if you don't have to, and make sure that if you are being cautious with your money, that you're not missing out on happiness that it could bring you. So that's just a little bit of a word of warning there for some of you. But I feel again like these fours are, you're looking at your home life, you're looking at your finances and your career, you're looking at where you want to go, what brings you joy, what brings you happiness. And I feel like for some of you there is that decision here that you will be making, definitely a choice that needs to be made. And you might be making some significant ones when it comes to love or religion for some of you, or spirituality even. But your final card here from the Gateway Oracle deck is Soaring into Joy. What a beautiful card this is. And this so much connects with that Two of Cups and that Lover's card. And the affirmation for this particular card is childlike wonder fills my life. And the meaning of this card is celebrate and live life with glee. Clap your hands in delight. Be madcap and spontaneous. All is truly well. The universe wants you to know, allow a childlike wonder and joy to fill your entire being. Your happiness makes a difference to others. For as you experience true delight, this radiates out from you like ripples in a still pool and touches the souls of many. Take time for yourself. Find ways to experience joy in every moment. Even when doing the most mundane, boring, or gritty tasks, look for ways to feel genuine happiness. If you have trouble finding pleasure in certain situations, start small and eventually you will soar to feel joyful. You will soar. To feel joyful is a gift. It rejuvenates you and heals the world. That is such a special card as well. And yeah, I really see this fitting in with that Lover's card and that Two of Cups. As I said, there's some real happiness and a healing going on here for you, Cancer, in December. And stable, secure energy as well, which is so good for Cancers. It's going to make you feel quite wonderful. So we'll leave it there. I hope that resonated with you. Please take me up on my offer of that free mini reading if you do choose to subscribe. And for everyone else, please just ask away, ask your questions, and I will shuffle my cards for you and get back to you as soon as I can. Have a great month, and I'll see you in the new year.